Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy 3Stacks in this thing, representing my squad, of course. And today we're going over an update on my prediction Princess Shaddolls. Man, I love this deck. I show so much love to it, and you guys definitely should try it for yourself. It's a very interesting play style. The way the deck performs, its functionality, its ability to do a plethora, a myriad of so many different things. It's like one of those decks that when you are in a certain situation, it probably has an answer to it. It probably has an out. It has a lot of tricks up its sleeve. It just is able to perform so well under so many different formats. I don't understand why people don't see the potential in this deck, but this is like top 5 for me. This is like, if you guys know this about me, if you know me, if you watch my channel, this is one of my favorite decks, like, period. It's incredible, dude. Well, no, I'm sorry. I probably have to say top 10. But still, like, whew, boy, it's fire. So let's hop into the main deck. Of course, it's a ritual deck. Those are the favorite kind of decks for me. Like, I just love rituals. So we have 3 Terror Trays. Terror Tray is pretty much your, it's flip effects on steroids. It's your engine starter. She's also a play extender. She also can be very aggressive and stopping your opponent's play, accelerating your own plays, and also being that Monster Reborn to slap extra bodies on the field for more field presence to be able to get your next turn push. So what she does is during your player's turn, she puts a monster face up or face down, and during each of your in phases, she specials a flip effect monster from your hand or your graveyard in face down defense. That seems very simple, but when you combine that with Shaddolls, you get a very, very nasty synergizing snowball effect that just it's very, very powerful. And for the other blue card I put as a spicy tech, I'm playing Saru, whatever his name, the Ancient and Ascended. He's a really, really nice searchable hand trap. He is searchable. I'll show you how you search him. It's pretty simple. You can guess it if you know how I am with my ritual decks. But what he does is he protects any monster from being targeted. So like, Draco matchup, Masterpiece, etc., etc. Anything that targets my monsters, I can just pitch him and negate that. And I like that a lot. I do play my Pot of Forbidden. He's going to either draw me 2 cards. He's going to Raigeki my opponent's field. He's going to either look at my opponent's hand and shuffle 1 card from their hand to the deck I choose, so I can pick their best card. And it gives me knowledge of what I'm playing turn 1 before they ever get a chance to even draw. And then on top of that, it has another ability that bounces all back rows back to the hand on my opponent's side of the field. So, like Altergeist, they set 5, pass during their end phase. I can go Terror Tray, flip this, bounce all that crap to the hand during your end phase, so it's not live yet. And then, I can pretty much OTK you. So this card puts in, like, too much work. Like, it's ridiculous. Pot of Forbidden Terror Tray is an insane setup. It's just ridiculous. I really want to play more of it, but it works out really good as a one-of because once you got it and it gets going, your Terror Tray consistently summons this from the graveyard, like, every single turn. You're never going to lose it. Like, Sword, Shield, like, Attacker, Defender. Really, really good. And then for your Shaddolls, I personally play 3 Skomata. It's very strange. Most people kind of, give me hate for it, but I feel like this card's insane. It's any Shaddoll. It's like playing Terraformings for a field spell. That's the way I see it. That's my theory on Skomata. It's anything you need it to be. It's 1800, and it helps you to outboards. And it's a level 4. 3 copies of Hedgehog. Hedgehog is the searcher, part of your engine. So Skomata, Hedgehog are just, they're going to consistently cycle through your deck, get you the cards that you need. Then we do play 2 Beasts for the draw power, and he's a level 5, and he's got a decent attack and defense. But 2 for him because, like, I don't really like having, like, bricky hands with too many high-level monsters. You're already playing a ritual deck, and, there are consistency issues that come with any ritual deck. It's unfortunate but true. I can, make it as consistent as possible, but long story short, ritual deck, you got to have ritual spell, you got to have the ritual monster, you got to have the tribute fodder. So it doesn't help when you're drawing, like, 2 beasts, right? So that's why I play 2 of it and not 3. Then we play 2 Falcos. Falco is pretty much, the Monster Reborn for Shaddolls. He's really, really powerful. He's a play extender. He's also a tuner, which makes him even better. He opens up the window for so many different lines of plays. Allows you to pretty much play through D-Barrier as well, which is impressive to me, in my personal opinion. And then 1 Shaddoll Dragon. Dragon's pretty awesome. I like him a lot. You really need to be able to pop back rows. You need to be able to bounce cards sometimes because he doesn't destroy. So like if there's something that can't be destroyed but it can be targeted, Dragon will deal with it. And he hits any card. It doesn't have to be a monster. It could be anything. And he's 1900, so Dragon's just one of those one-ofs like that you want to play at 2 sometimes. And that's it for my Shaddolls. I do play a little bit more than the average because I want to resolve my fusions. I want my fusions to be live. And I do play a Lord of Darkness as well. So a lot of good reasons for that. For my other engine cards, I play 2 Spirit of Fallwind. She's going to search out any flip effect monster from your deck to your hand. She's most of the time, I'm going to use her to grab out of the Forbidden. If I already have that, you know, kind of like that snowball going, I'm going to search out like Shaddolls. I'm going to search out other things that I need. I do play a Spicy Tech, Tindangle Angel, and also Koinorma. So these cards are kind of like standalone extenders as well. I have a lot of play extenders in my deck. Because, like, I don't ever want to get shut down by D-Barrier. I'm playing Rituals. The biggest weakness is D-Barrier, right? You need follow-ups. You need ways to make bigger boards. And there's also Link monsters that I play that require 2 flip effect monsters on field. So I'm trying to get 2 flip effect monsters on the field as quickly as possible. You can do it turn 1, but it's very, very awkward. And you don't always have the setup to do so. What Tindangle Angel does is it special summons any flip effect monster. I don't think it's just from your graveyard. I think it's from your hand, too. Yeah. Any flip effect monster from your hand or your graveyard, and then if it's your opponent's turn or if it's your opponent's battle phase, you end the battle phase after that. Let me double check. Yep. If it's your opponent's battle phase, you end the battle phase. So you can use Terror Trade to use this, and then use this to special something from hand or grave, and then end the battle phase so that you can't get OTK'd. And then you can continually special summon this from the graveyard and use Terror Trade to where your opponent can never have a battle phase, so they can never ever attack. It's actually a loop. Like, it's legit. It's really legit. Like, this deck has a loop where your opponent never gets a battle phase. You deny it every time. You just special this from the grave, or you can just flip face up with Terror Trade in the battle phase, and they like, oh, they pop it. You bring it back, special face down, flip face up in the battle phase. It's crazy. And it's a monster reborn for any flip effects, including Falco, which, like, you extend. It's crazy. And then Koinorma is like the reverse of Angel. She specials any flip effect monster from your hand or your deck. So this one's hand or grave, this one's hand or deck. And it has to be level 3 or higher. But she's pretty awesome because she gets you right to your pot of the Forbidden. So like I said, extenders, they're searchable. You can get them pretty quickly. The last monster is Blue Boy because I am playing spellbooks. Just the small spellbook engine in this deck. I play a lot of spellcasters. I was like, Knowledge gets a lot of value because when you use Knowledge on any Shaddoll, they do get their effect because Knowledge is not a cost, it's an actual effect. So you're going to get any Shaddoll effect you need. Even if you're trying to play around back row, just Dome the Dragon, you know, Knowledge away your Dragon, pop the back row on a separate chain link. Or if you want to get that +1, you can always Knowledge your Skomata or your Hedgehog and just go off. Then we have Spells, which is the bread and butter of the deck. You have 3 Optimus Prime. I'm not Optimus Prime, 3 Las Vegas. Woo! Caught myself. So this searches light ritual monsters, and it searches ritual spells. So like I was saying, the hand trap that I play, whatever his name is, can't pronounce it, you can use the field spell to search this because he's a light ritual monster. And you're never going to ritual summon him. You're always going to just discard him from your hand to use his effect to protect your stuff. Just adds a layer of protection because this deck does struggle against Dracos. Winda does not lock them down. Shikinaga doesn't do crap. Rista doesn't do crap. Annoyed Tillis barely does anything. So you need to protect your stuff against Dracos. Then you play 3 pre-preps. It's a +1. It's necessary. Pre-prep is like literally my favorite spell. You play 3 Allure of Darkness because you have a lot of darks. 2 copies of Pot of Desires. The +1 is mandatory. This deck just really, it's resource excessive sometimes. And then on the other times, it's like you don't have enough resources. So +1s matter because you need to replenish everything that you've expended. You want to make a board and still have cards in hand at the end of it. You don't want to make a board and be all in like, dang, I have no cards. Now if my board gets broken, like I'm pretty much a sitting duck. And I hate that. So I play a lot of like draw power for my deck. 2 secrets and 1 knowledge. Because I only have 3 knowledge and they're being shared in 3 different decks. So I have 1 in each. I would be playing 2 knowledge. That's what I normally play in this deck. But, you know, got to make do with what you have sometimes. And then 1 Optimus Prime, the search and field spell. It is hard once per turn, but I wanted a 4th way to get into it without hard drawing it. So that's pretty much it for your engine cards. These all draw and search. In fact, my ritual spell is consistent because it searches. You can banish it from the graveyard to add any Prediction Princess monsters. You only have 4 targets, but it still searches. So this counts as a searcher. And then we have 3 Shaddoll Fusions. Now, Shaddoll Fusion pretty much counts as a searcher as well, because if you're going second and your opponent has an extra deck monster, let's just be realistic. You're going to draw one and search at the same time. You're going to dump Hedgehog and Beast. Or if they have back row, you're going to dump Dragon. You know, it's just like either way, you're going to get a draw or a search off this card. So all of your spells are really consistent. They all allow you to cycle through your deck. This deck does not have an issue with getting to what it needs. It's one of the most consistent decks that I have. And then next, to complement the 3 Shaddoll Fusions, we're playing 3 copies of El Shaddoll Fusion because this spell is freaking broken. Playing it in battle phase, and even like making your opponent think that you bricked, and then flipping this on standby, and then summoning Winda. Or if you summon Winda like in the middle of a combo, like let's say they go, okay, well, like I'm gonna activate Chronograph's effect in scale. Then you chain to its effect, and then summon Winda. And then once they special, that's it. And then finally, to sum up the main deck, I play 1 Shaddoll Core. Core is pretty awesome. It's the one-of trap. It's an extender. It's a level 9 for your rank 9 plays, and it's any fusion you need it to be. It's searchable. It's recyclable. It's just perfect. The only trap you need. And then for the extra deck, we play 3 Windas. It's good and bad in certain matchups, but overall, it's pretty powerful, this format, and it's only going to get better. Annoy Tillis. There's matchups that this calls for. Shikinaga, standalone powerful card. Grista, negating special summons. So these are your 6 fusions. Then we have Behemoth Phoenix. This is pretty much your Electrum. Like, once you resolve this card, you're probably gonna win the duel. Like, no lie. This is your Electrum. This is your double Helix. It's like, this card is that good. Put it that way. It's insane. Like, they should have never printed this card because they didn't know that people were gonna actually find a way to abuse this. You look at this card, people are like, "Oh, this is trash." You know, it came out in the same set as Double Helix, and it's a lot better than Double Helix. It's just the issue is the decks that you can play it in aren't that good. But this deck is amazing, and this card makes this deck more retarded. And I do play Shaddoll Construct because she's insane. You only need 1 because you can always recur her back into the main monster zone, get some little co-link action, complements the nightmares that I play. These are the only ones I have. I don't have Unicorn or Griffin. You can always do the combo where you special her to the main monster zone, link up into your Goblin, get a second normal summon. You can make some pretty big beefy boards with this deck, believe it or not. It just depends how you play your cards and what opening hand you get. Then we have True King of All Chlamydia as the only XYZ. And then we have FA Dragster and Black Rose as your synchro options. This is the clear fields, and this is to have another negate, like Terror Tray. If you can open up with like this, like you can actually do this turn 1 where you go this, you know, this, and this. And then you have your Terror Tray to Book of Moon with your Pot of the Forbidden. That's a lot of disruption. The only issue is you don't have any cards in hand after you do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck profile, you guys. I do hope that you enjoyed it. I love you guys a lot. Please make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless you. You will be hearing from me soon, and I got a lot more coming, I promise. Like, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to get tired. Not today, bro. But peace out, y'all.